My name is Jonathan Goddard. I am 24 years old. I've spent my nights in Boston streets, parks, and shelters. This is my home. This is my story. Homelessness is a full-time job. I chose to leave more than once. My parents understand that I have to go through this to make it on my own. That it's my own stubbornness that's put me here. Hey, Mom.
Hi.
How are you? Well, I'm just doing some things, and I was wondering if I can say hi and I love you and all that other good stuff. My parents bought me a cell phone for my birthday, and they put me on a leash. They keep tabs on me, make sure I'm still alive. I have to call in and check in every day.
Now, the population in general, we're seeing the issues that lead to street are either drug or alcohol abuse, getting kicked out of their homes, and they end up on the streets. Kids that just are frustrated with their parents end up on the streets.
I left for many different reasons, but I'd say the main was the fact that my father and I fought like animals. I wanted to go find myself.
Homelessness in the city of Boston is, to me, it's an epidemic, and it's an epidemic because it's nationwide. There's so many statistics that they do, but there's so much more that's not counted for, because a lot of these kids, they're very cautious of what they say or what they let out, because all they have is themselves and their respect.
I just think that people kind of have a tendency to think you're homeless, you're a drunk, you're mentally ill, and you're going to be there for the rest of your life. And that's not true.
The majority of us are not alcoholics or drug addicts. The majority of us are not bad people. There are a lot of good people who are completely homeless.
Their daily thing is they go to a shelter, they have to check in at a certain time in the evening. If they're not there, they miss a bed. So then they have to find other means of, safety or a place to lay their head at night.
This is my bed card. I got that yesterday.
These shelters are horrific, what they have to go through, because you got these young adults that are put in these shelters with a lot of older people. Some of these shelters have level 3 sex offenders. They have been in prison, and you put these young adults in this situation, and they have to watch their back constantly. Sometimes things happen with them. Their personal belongings are taken away from them. They get violated.
If you're just in there every day, sleeping, getting 2 meals with no case management, or no, you're just going to be going through that cycle daily. You become chronic, and you've been in the shelter for 20, 30 years, and that's going to be your whole life. And I think the system can beat you down to a certain degree. It's very, it's a tough system.
I mean, I'm more comfortable in a shelter than I am in a house for some weird reason. I don't know why, I just am.
Massachusetts is a state that kind of has a, how do I put it, not a social work mentality, but has a kind of a mentality that, we should be out helping the poorest of the poor, things along those lines. So we have a track record there.
I'd rather be homeless here in Boston than anywhere else. It's been fun. It's been a lot lighter than Chicago or New York or LA. I mean, it's a lot more peaceful here. It's a lot more cleaner.
I think we're really fortunate in Boston. We have a President Obama, a Governor Patrick, and we have a Mayor Menino, that all have homelessness in their top 3 issues.
One big concern that they really have is that the government is going to stop putting money into adult education. They're really, really worried about that, because if these GED programs close down, they have nowhere else to go. And if they have nowhere else to go, they're not going to be able to get jobs. They're never going to be able to get on their feet.
We have kids that come from California that end up here. We have kids that come from Connecticut that end up here. Because in a lot of other states, they don't have shelters. They don't have transitional day programs.
Hoping to be testing soon and make something myself, like I said, go to college and get a nice career, and you know, that's why I'm here.
People don't value these students enough, and it's heartbreaking to me. To see a student graduate, or to see them even pass just one of their tests, it's unbelievable. They don't, people don't understand.
I want to finish and get my GED, and I want to go for my GED, get my SATs, go to BU or some college, BC or something like that. I just want to learn something, get something. That's the dream, the American dream. I want a wife, kids, 2-car garage. I want that nice stuff, and that's what I thrive for. Homelessness is something that you don't want in your life. You have to learn how to fight. You have to learn how to steal. If you can survive a homeless shelter, then you can survive anything. I'm tired of running away. I'm tired of always being on the run. Running away was the most easiest thing for me to do. When I look back at it, I never actually wanted to leave. I was just scared. Scared of becoming a man. Now I've stopped and actually said, look, I need to become a man. I need to take care of life, to take care of school, and I need to do what is needed to be done.